Alright everyone, welcome back. We've had two very close maps. A 16-13 on the first map, an overtime victory, then to pull it back to map number 3. It's had on Mirage. Of course the knife round here, it's going to be a pretty big decider, you've got to say, of course, and it's, well, a clean sweep by YK, I believe, there, just to get themselves the CT side start.
Yeah, lovely stuff. I mean, we touched on it a little bit, right? It plays into the map, it plays into the team. Starting on that CT side, I think is preferential here, so they'll be very happy with that, especially in a decisive fashion. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, right? We had the overtime, they couldn't really get it going. It seemed like, you know, once the money stabilized for that CT side, as can kind of often be the case, once the money stabilized for that CT side of Mongols, they were just able to run away. So, looking forward to getting into this, but like I do feel that YK CT sided start, it really could be a big factor here. Mongols are going to have their work cut out. If they can pick up the pistol and keep things interesting into the rifles, then perhaps it'll be closer. But if YK get the flying start, it's very hard to stop a team on this map. We are going to be live into it though, as you can see. Julie's out for joking. A little bit of utility for NCL, but not too much out of the ordinary.
Yeah, fairly standard. Might be for them to go for that A hit, maybe molly in behind the CT vent, smoke at main. Or it could be towards a ramp, it's looking like it's just as likely. Either way, slightly slower start to the round. Zoking was dropped to dual Berettas by Chester, so he's gone for a bit of a raid boss approach. As it will eventually be towards ramp, it seems. Marek in a decent position to just try and take the shot on one, then drop down and just ensure that he's not going to give his life away. Make them work for that control and make sure he can cause some damage here as they look to cross in towards B itself. Now let's see what can be done. Hoping to maybe come away with a kill to find some sort of an advantage for them to work with. A 5-on-5 retake would not be ideal. They do at least have a kit to work with, but nades-wise there's nothing on that CT side, so it's going to need to be shots that are landed on the way. And while a 1-for-1 trade so far is not the start they would have hoped for, the Glocks overall reigning supreme, although that very quickly begins to swing back the other way again now into a 2-on-2.
All getting a bit weird, as it so often does in these retakes. Machine gun caught reloading, but somehow still alive. Pulls off the retake, flies down, and should be able to finish a 2 HP Sam, and he does indeed. Another bit of madness in the pistols. Not quite as crazy as the last time for Machine Gun, but certainly up there. And Mongols will again snatch away the pistol round.
Yeah, they keep making it happen in crazy ways like this, where it seems like it shouldn't really be theirs. I mean, in fairness, they did a pretty good job there. There was no real moment there where either team had a massive advantage in that pistol round. It was pretty consistent trades up until the 2v1. But still very chaotic fashion in which it played out, and it seems like the Mongols do strive in that environment. Oh, okay, not only the kill, but also some damage. Was there some team damage or something done there while the spam was happening? Because I don't know why the one scout shot would have killed him otherwise. Was he tagged before?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, I missed that. Is he just jabbering on, I suppose?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely unexpected, so, you know, fair enough.
Either way, a great start with the force buy for YK, so.
Yeah. Could be really scary here, actually. 2 FAMASs, both in close proximity to work off of each other as well. And to top it off, that's where the team looks set to go. They're thinking about it. They are thinking about it. That bomb. The rest of the squad making the way down. Oh, man. This could be a bloodbath, but the FAMAS is starting to kind of move away a little. Salmon's still here. 35 seconds. I mean, if he can hold them up, Machine Gun going to find Chester on the top side. Salmon takes a dink through the stairs. Down fast, but can't keep it up. 4v3. You probably look to save. Marek's found a head that might make it more more doable, and there's one showing up. Meanwhile, Freeman's going to pick up Magnum, so this is looking more and more doable. Joking with the big catch, and now it is just NCL. Gets the bomb down. Full commit around the corner. Joking didn't know how good he's got it, and now NCL's isolated the fight and finds a quick 2v1. Well played to catch them flustered, controlling the situation and getting Mongols through that round, just about.
There was definitely some miscommunication right there from YK, though, because the player coming down the ramp should have realised that he was planted in behind the silo and not up close on the right, because the player who was in towards single definitely would have heard him starting the plant, right?
Yep. No, you're 100% right. Miscomms.
Yeah, that feels like it really should have been theirs. They were given the opportunity. He was given the opportunity, rather, to take the 2 1v1s rather than them working together on it. Might have at least had a shot for that first 1v1 to be won out, if not for the fact that, of course, the info didn't seem to have been given. Or if it was, it wasn't heard. Never know. There's so many ways things can go wrong. The best we can do is speculate. Either way, just pistols in this round. No scouts to back it up. No nades. There is Kevlar on Zoking, but even then, they've spent maybe even a bit too much to ensure that they have an actual strong buy here in this next round. Oh, some good damage with the spam. I was wondering where the hell that was coming from.
Always nice. Yami does need to watch out a little.
Yeah, it's getting a bit awkward.
Yeah, it could get sandwiched, but Magnum's is kind of crept, so surely he's all good. But they have a weird little setup here that I don't know that you're going to be expecting, right? Like, yeah, the crouch setup. Let's get one. The trade, though, definitely there. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little bait and switch to get their hands onto an AK, and there's still these players who have less than ideal HPs. Freeman knows that Yami's in his way for his opportunity to strike, even gets away. Uh-oh. 4 on 3, there's armor for Joking. If he can find himself a rifle, it could be massive. That's a big kill, though. Marek, with no armor, suffers from the aim punch. So the 3 on 3 back in. Salmon's got himself an AK. So there's still this rifling potential. Joking's going wild, getting info. They figure that it's the bottom side. Freeman gonna fall. Now just Joking and Salmon. Salmon spotted out. Joking with the 5-7, charging through, trying to get the drop on him. Does get one. Look how low these remaining 2 players are, though. If only the armor was here for Salmon. Not going to be the case. A machine gun will take him down. Again, Mongols surviving, but they really are bringing these rounds way closer than they should be.
Yeah, considering what they had in them, so it does bode well for them now coming onto the actual weapons, but they need to make sure they capitalize on it. And, well, you can tell that they're definitely in the heads of the Mongols coming in here, considering the pause we get coming through into the first gun round. Trying to ensure, of course, that they're going to maximize their spending here, because nades will be a little bit limited on NCL at least. Other than that, though, everything's pretty much what they could ask for. Over on the side of YK, of course, finally getting their guns out. The nades also could be quite a bit better, especially here on the CT side. But again, as we just seen, they were doing a lot with just pistols, with no nades, without the rifles even, so gotta have optimism here that they can start to come alive on the CT side. It has to be right now, though.
No more wasting time. Yeah, I mean, they have to convert these close rounds that they had, bring in the fight, right, and keep doing that. And now that they've got the stronger weaponry, hopefully the victory will come with it, but never really that simple, is it? I suppose we'll see. Nice shot from Chester, despite being blinded up. Magnums, you know, it's a good flash, but it's a bit early, as can often be the case. Kind of a bad habit, I think, that a lot of pro players have, actually, is peeking ahead of the utility. So there you are. YK, pretty solid start.
Side smoke's going down. 2 for 1 being thrown there by, I believe it was NCL. She's just using it to try and sell out that they might be crossing over towards Secret, I believe. Instead, though, likely to be the A split. Could actually bring out ramp if they wanted as well. Machine gun would have to move quickly, though, if he wanted to come try and help them hell, so they do need to get a move on. Time is probably going to become a bit of an issue here now if they don't start moving because, well, there's still a full CT side team waiting to slow them down. A few kills could do just that, and yeah, there you go already. The op finds the opening kill. It's the bomb that goes down. Follow up on So Good. They're going to give him plenty of opportunity to reset between each shot right there. Thankfully, Yami eventually taking the headshot angle will drop him, but as I said, a couple of kills would probably be enough to delay long enough for them to hold them off this bomb site, and although they will make it in with time to spare, Freeman is still here, and, well, he's done enough to get the round win, despite the spray down not really going too well. The extra 5 bullets probably would have got up from there if it was back in the day, but fortunately not.
Unlucky. I still like the change. I think it's good, to be honest.
Yeah, they were getting a bit OP.
Yeah. It's kind of, you know, brought it into the center. Maybe you can get the M4A4 working a little, but A1S still pretty strong. Spam through smoke, very strong. But all the same, it's a nice change. It's not. Usually they go for changes and it's like, whoa, turns the game upside down, but not really the case on that one. So that's kind of why I'm a fan. It's a bit more subtle. Freeman going to find the first spamming away through the squeak door. Again, an early peek before, you know, the smoke has gone down. Yami, meanwhile, top of Marshmallow will pick up Chester. So, 1 for 1, dropping the AWP as well. Pretty big. I think Mongols will be happy with that kind of a trade.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Especially since they still had their utility to, again, go for this later outside control. This time with a bit of an advantage to work with, rather than it being more of a desperate play to try and just see if they can pull something back. Fortunately, Yami's going to get spammed through the smoke. Okay, nice kill from Freeman. Didn't even need to find vision. Timing on the spam, and, well, Marek, he's not going to stick around to find out if he can challenge these pistols, or well, maybe he will down on the ramp itself, but he played that perfectly. Dropping down there ensures that they have to, in order to peek him, they have to, of course, expose themselves to hell so that Zoking can help him out, and plays perfectly into their hands. 3-2, 1 round now in the difference, but that shouldn't really last much longer, considering there is about to be pretty much zero investment from the Mongols. They just have 1 Deagle being bought up.
Yeah, it's pretty good here from YK, isn't it? They struggle, come close with the half-buy, the force-buy, all that good stuff. Once they've got the guns in, though, looking pretty damn good. Individuals activated. And this is what I'm talking about. I worry for the Mongols if they cannot start answering back soon, because YK will build up that momentum. Nice shot from Yami. Okie dokie. Fair play. I mean, this round itself is probably not going to happen, but nice shots like that are always good. We'll take them on the broadcast. We love a good 1 Deeg. Uh-oh. Yeah, Chester got to be careful. I think he recognises there's a chance that that Deagle will find him as well.
I explain things a little bit more dedicated, I guess, in towards ramp, you'd call it. It could give them a chance if they were to move in that direction to maybe get the trade on him at least this time, but they're going to avoid it. Instead, in towards A, hope to burst out, maybe get a whole planted. Well, let's see what can be found. Unfortunately, absolutely nothing. Zoking with a solid 3-man spray down. And it's all on Yami on that Deagle. He adds a 2nd kill to his collection. A 3rd. I was expecting the 4th, to be honest. When you get on a roll like that, sometimes the kills just flow. Unfortunately, he is eventually shut down, but he makes it a very costly round when it really shouldn't have been. Obviously, the money's still okay for YK. They've got a little bit left over even after the repurchase, but not really enough for a full investment anymore. So the Mongols do have a big chance now potentially to capitalize on that damage.
Okay, we'll see. Molly on top of the hut generally speaks to a fast A play. Not going to be the case, though. They've got themselves fast outside smokes. Sogo ready to go. Makes his way around the Molotov. So he is down, but they're very ready. You can see the AWP is here. And to be fair, not the most common angle for the AWP to be at super early. So I think this could be unexpected. Whoa, a wide shoulder peek, but Chester somehow misses the shot. Not quite sure how he's not landed that, to be honest. And yeah, they'll keep him at bay here. So the B bomb site looking pretty vulnerable.
Presence now, though, down in secret is going to be a massive nuisance for YK. It's already pulled 2 players down, as you can see, with the options really still being open for the Mongols to do whatever they want with this. They have a player wrapped close A main. They have one, I believe, over towards ramp. Head back up even vent if they wanted to. I think they're just waiting for the play that inevitably must be coming in from YK to regain rather some sort of information. And, well, it is going to be found. Unfortunately, they're not able to deny it. It's going to be the initial op kill going the way of the CTs. It will be traded back. But I was going to say, with the time that's remaining, the Mongols need to get a move on. And, well, they'll try to do so, but it's going to somehow swoop back into a 2-on-1, leaving NCL alone. Will just about get the bomb planted, but that's all he can find. There's no time to recover and even get back to his feet, unfortunately. It's going to be another round going the way of YK. 4-3. But it's again a very, very close one with only 2 surviving, and since the bomb has gone down again, we're likely to see the Mongols keep the pressure on.
Definitely not lost that competition element, have we, from map 1 and map 2? So, yeah, it again, continues to be difficult to estimate who's going to be the clear favourite, really. Absolute madness. Timeout coming through. Second one here, apparently, as well, you know, so they're really getting through him on that Mongol side. I think they understand how important this T side is going to be, and with it being so topsy-turvy, so close in a lot of these rounds, A, it's frustrating when you don't get them over the line, and B, it means that, you know, if you catch them quick, you can force an eco out of YK, right? And I would feel like here, that's why they're going for the timeout. They're going to invest Oh, okay. Nope, they're going to invest fully. I thought they were going to go minimally. I saw the deagle and the armor from Yami, but they're getting as many AKs as they possibly can, Dean. And then the other players not quite fully investing. So I'm a little confused, to say the least. I suppose Magnums is holding on for the orb. They feel the loss bonus is in their favor if they lose it. And your main goal here, I guess, is to get the bomb down. But still feels a little wild to me.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, full loss bonus at least, as you said, as long as they get the bomb plant, it won't make much of a difference, but, well, that's not looking too likely right now. Chester, aka Daisy, putting the work in on ramp. Bit of a dink on Marek has been found somehow, but other than that, so far, YK have gone pretty much unscathed. Should have a pretty easy time also just closing this one out. Oh, awkward timing for Freeman. Doesn't quite manage to get the gun back out in time either. Did do solid damage though, which is going to make it an easy cleanup for Marek now. And there it is. 5-3. YK continue to build up the rounds here on this CT side. Finally getting some cleaner ones as well so that they can actually build up their own economy. But yeah, as you said, it was a weird round from the Mongols. Now they're just left in a very similar position where I think it's going to be a half buy again. Probably a couple rifles on the players who can afford it. Obviously, Magnums has loads of money, so he could buy an AK and Kevlar. Yami could do the same. They get some pistols and Kevlar on the other people then. Yami actually goes for a scout. But yeah, the basic idea is what I was going for. So they have enough to do some damage and to give themselves a chance in the round. But on paper, it should be 6-3 after this one for YK.
I would indeed assume so. Ooh,
Okay.
Yami though. Gonna find a big one, to be honest. Taking down Chester nice and early. Magnums. He catches this kill. Okay. It's opened up. Freeman, you know, Flash was in there. Needs a couple here. Not going to get it. The old shoulder peeking, super annoying Tech 9. The chaos of this round has secured Mongols a fourth, surely, right? Like, Salmon, they know where he's at. They just need to get that bomb out of here. And then it should be all good. He's left on 9 HP. So, yeah, you were saying that they should, but here we are. The crazy half buy get in their face. It works pretty well.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, I mean, Fair enough. That's one way to do it. Hopefully they'll be able to replicate that performance now coming into actual gun rounds. Sometimes it can free you up a little bit having the weaker weapons and not having the same pressure on you. But, I mean, it is a jump start definitely to them. And I was going to say Salmon has a chance to save that up. It looked like he was going to at least get the one pick, but no. Very, very quick on the trigger right there. 5-4. One round only in the difference. If the Mongols manage to actually tie it up now, they'll have a 6th round at least off the back of it, and suddenly their T side at that point starts to build up into a very, very strong position. So really this is where YK need to get back into their winning ways once again. Only the 1 round loss has already left them in a position where they know losing 1 more will just completely destroy their hopes of coming away with a really strong CT.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, you can be kind of annoyed with yourself or whatever that you let that round slip away. If you're winning the rifle rounds, that's obviously what wins the game, ultimately. Great little flash. Freeman going to be ruined. Nice touchdown play coming in. Oh, what's happened here? Sogo has missed the fact that Shoking is behind, and he's going to be able to drop the bomb. Very strange. Must just be a timing peak, I suppose. He is kind of trapped, however, and again, slight miscoms coming in. Pretty sure Sogo was seen. Marek's going to walk straight into him, so a 4-on-3, you know, that was maybe recoverable, very quickly spirals out of control.
Chester's going to try and give this a go right now, but he had no idea they were already moving out through double doors. Scoped in, doesn't even get vision on them before he's obliterated, and Salmon should be saving in theory here. I don't think his chances of retaking would be very high, so yeah, he's just going to carry over the AK. We're going to have a bit of downtime here as he looks to save, and the Mongols tie it up at 5-5. As I said, now they've already got a good T-side coming their way, because the 6th round should be almost certain. Maybe a few pistols are upgraded, but I'm not expecting very much for YK around this AK.
No.
To save the machine gun might have a chance.
Oh.
It's gone a bit too slow.
Yeah, I think so.
Thought you might have started. Good to go.
Oh. Okay.
Rip.
He did about have time, but Salmon very ready for it, so, you know. Relatively large-ish save, I guess. They're going to be eco in here anyway, so he's going to have run-of-the-mill, go wild, see what he can find. But yeah, Mongols up to 5, you know, this early on into the half, it's a pretty decent T-side scoreline. And they got potential to go even further. They probably will in this round. And, yeah, I mean, it could really turn the tide. It was looking great for YK in the early, but they just can't get back to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is trouble for YK. It's going so well, also. Just a few rounds being a bit too close. The fact that they weren't able to build up as much money as they wanted to. Chester. P250, not the ideal weapon there, really. NCL, if he can get that first kill, should have another one up close to come his way, but no, Chester actually did get the drop, at least, on him. Traded back before the weapon can be recovered, sadly, so now AK is put into the hands of YK, and, well, these pistols are just being cleaned up. It's all on Soking. Might get the drop on one, but no. Didn't even do any damage, I don't think. That was awkward. Either way, 6-5 for the Mongols. They do get the round as we expected. Don't really take any damage either, other than the one going down, so not going to be too worried. But, well, now if they can win out this next gun round here, that is not perfect. I mean, there's no kit available, none of them have helmets, won't make a difference versus the AK, but it just goes to show you that they're barely scraping it together, and the nades also reflect that, so it's not quite perfect. YK might need to take a couple of risks. They need something here to ease the pressure in the early moments. Because if the Mongols take this, they're running away with very likely at least 8 rounds on that T side.
Yep, certainly looking that way. We've got a little bit of early scrappage through the smokes here, but not an awful lot in the early portions, as Nuke can often go. They've found a lot of success outside the Mongols, so I'm wondering if they're going to go back towards that. It does look a little bit like they will. But again, really just slowing it down. not looking to get too crazy. They want to work off of the set rounds, and I mean, it has looked pretty good for them in the past here, so see whether they keep that going. It looks to be the case. Machine gun, gonna try and work around it though, and change it up. You know, they've gone through, they've fully committed to B, they've soft committed, they've faked it, and now they're sending a lurker out. So it's really, really dynamic here from Mongols on their T side.
Held off for now, unfortunately, by that smoke going down. Awkward timing, considering there's just under 40 seconds left as well. So they do need to get a move on. It's going to be in towards ramp, but there's two players up close actually to deal with. A little bit of a bait and switch to pull them into Chester. Marek pops back out again, and that's a really nice combo there between the two of them. Doing it all on machine gun and NCL, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to come away with really anything from this. One kill for machine gun. 15 seconds though, so really he's probably just going to try and carry the AK forward. May prefer to take another exit kill or two. No, I don't think he's too pushed on taking weapons away from YK right now. He's happy enough to save his own AK. Just ensure that he doesn't die after time, because that would have been probably the worst case scenario. So it's 6-6. YK finds some life. They take that round as they needed to. It's pretty convincing as well, importantly. And if they could pull this back to 9-6, they'd still be in a really good position.
I mean, that's true. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm not predicting anything. Okay? The Asian scene has taught me anything. It is expect the unexpected. CL through the smoke. Slightly unexpected way to start it. Freeman going to fall early on. Didn't find it last round, goes for it again this round, and well, there you have it. It's a clean opener for Mongols.
Yeah, completely uncontested, no damage, nothing really done, and with already limited nades as well on that CT side, they're going to need to make some sort of a play to try and tip the scales back slightly in their own favour. Looks like it's going to be the outside smokes. Will they move with them? That's the question. It looks like, yeah, they will actually go for this outside control. The problem is they're losing lobby in the meantime now. Yeah, this is giving a lot of info to YK about what's actually going on. Spam as well, not actually going to do any damage, unfortunately, but as I said, importantly, they already pushed lobby, so they've got a rotation down here. Salmon's in position, and, well, as they come through the smoke, he does some really good damage. Sadly, can't escape with his life, but he may have given Marek a great opportunity here to get something done from Dark.
Are they going to expect him? Chester is the one making the noise, drawing the eyeballs. Volleys will be in. There goes Marek, going to strike for one, getting the confirmed kill, but maybe a little too early. He does get another, though. And that is huge. Drops the bomb with only 10 seconds. In comes Chester with the creep, and Sogo, he's nowhere near. Save for Mongols. YK up to 7. Again, keeping it close, keeping it interesting, and you never know. You never know. These players in these sneaky little spots making all the difference at the moment.
I mean, it's just staying neck and neck as it has been throughout the entire series so far. It's good to see. Obviously for the Mongols, maybe not, because they had a chance to really get going on that T side for a while, but the back and forth affair is what we want as spectators, obviously, Scriv. I like some entertaining CS. If it's one-sided, it's not very fun. Here we go. Discussions have been had. Up for Magnums if he wants it. No, they decide against it. That might indicate something maybe a little bit quicker rather than the slower defaults they've been playing so far. Or maybe they just want to avoid the op. Who knows? He hasn't been having a great time on it, to be fair. I did not notice how much Sogo was struggling. He's 2-9 right now. Compare that to how he played on the 2 previous maps, and it's a little bit ridiculous, but well, he still gives us an opening kill. He's struggling overall in the game, but he still has his moments, apparently. The problem is they don't manage to hang on to that advantage for very long, and it's Freeman pulling off with a triple kill there from May, and it's all on NCL. He needs a triple of his own. Should should get that first kill pretty easily, but he's not ready for that Heaven player. Didn't expect him as he spun around, and, well, it's going to be 8-6, the 9th round. It's not confirmed, but considering there's 3 players who can't quite afford the AK and Kevlar, there's going to be some weaker weapons, there's going to be limited nades as well for the Mongols. They haven't got the greatest of buys here to try and salvage the 7th round for themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, look, they got stuff done with lesser buys, so we'll see if they can apply some of that, not necessarily like carefree, but, you know, less pressure attitude. Could be big. They're going to use the glaive smoke to their advantage, actually, and just immediately charge in, trying to go outside with no smokes. It's a nice little idea, because it's one of those things, isn't it? You're conditioned at the top level to just expect outside smokes if they're going to go, but you can see why they maybe indeed go for said smokes. Shoking gonna go down as Yami just chases him with the bullets, but yeah, the bomb gets dropped and it all falls apart. Now they're all broken up, 3v2. They're gonna know that they're going down. Yeah, it seems like it could be a good idea, but it's one of those, isn't it, where it's like, oh, there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity, to be honest, and Mongols might just have crossed over to the dark side.
Well, they've got control of A if they move quickly. They have no idea, and unfortunately now that they've opened the door that has been heard, so it should indicate to YK, of course, that they made a bit of an incorrect decision fully committing to that rotate. They should still make it in here before, and get the bomb down before the majority of the forces arrive anyway. Marek might be in position. Not sure he'll be able to do much about the bomb plant as long as it's not being planted for Hut itself, so we'll see. It's in a position where he'll have to swing at least if he wants to stop the bomb from going down, so that's not going to happen. Instead, he waits for the moment to pounce, as Machine Gun doesn't expect someone so close already. Finds the barrel of an M4 waiting, and now it's all on Yami. 1 versus 3. He's been playing fairly well, but I mean, I don't love his chances here in this. All they need to do is peek together. They have nades even, they have a molly, tons of flashes. It shouldn't be losable for YK. But perhaps Yami can still get this done. He's already got himself 1, and they were damn near close to lining up there as he goes in for the peak as well. I almost had faith in it working out, but it's going to be 9-6 at the half-time. Make sure you stick with us, guys. When we come back, we're going to have the final half of this series to see who's going to come out on top.
Hey Future Pros! I saw Big doing a nifty little boost on Nuke during the European Minor Open qualifiers, so I thought I'd quickly show you all how to recreate it. To do this boost, you'll need 2 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you'll be acting as the stool. It's important work and your contribution is appreciated. Run over and hop onto the far left railing and crouch down. When Future Pro 2 is on your head, stand when they jump and then just chill out. Future Pro number 2, you will get to have all the fun. Follow Future Pro 1 and get onto their head using the close railing. Jump again to allow your stool to stand. Now aim towards this gap and line yourself up so this railing lines up with the edge of the direct close wall. Position your scope so you're aiming just below the painted blue section. Then fire your AWP when the timer is just about to change from 148 to 147. Here you can see the exact moment when CSN made his shot. And that's it. With a bit of luck and a willing teammate, I'm sure you can hit this shot at least 1 in every 100 rounds. Good luck.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, 9-6 at the turn of the half, of course. Final map of the series. The winner of this one will go forward to get themselves a spot in the grand final. They'll be playing off against IHC. And then we will have the loser of this game against Wings Up in, well, scheduled for 3 o'clock Central European. Who knows, we might end up with a million overtimes here.
God, don't say that.
Well, now I've said it, surely it's not going to happen. That's usually how it goes. Sogo, holding in from ramp here. Can't really find too much. He gets the information, though. He's going to drop back. Just play it safe, buy some time. They've not committed down, of course, so, yeah, a lot of options available to YK now.
Yeah, that's what they wanted, really. Force one player back, just restrict the info a small bit, and keep one player in towards ramp, it seems, as well, so that you can have that presence at the very least for the split, if you want. You might be able to get someone up in towards heaven later on here for the after plant if they wanted, although they're not going to plant for it, as it doesn't really matter. They just keep on getting the kills. It's looking like a clean round from YK here so far. No damage even being sustained, as they've got themselves a 3-man advantage, and, well, the trend's going to continue. Eventually, some damage at least being taken by Zoking, but he's going to deal out way more in return. 10-6, double digits for YK.
Okay, here we go. Slightly problematic. As we mentioned on the previous map, it was a similar scenario. They can convert this pistol. They're in a really solid spot, especially with the T-side. It feels so damn good to get that T-side pistol on Nuke, to be honest. Gives you a lot of room. Like I said, though, depends on that conversion. Okay? It's been kind of tough to convert them, it would seem. So we'll see here. Machine gun. He would have been that first point of contact, but not swinging around the corner just yet. Pretty important round for YK. Players ready to go on that A-bomb site as well. Freeman with a nice little timing peek will drop the first. Has to kind of get out of here, though. They will be after him. They will indeed be after him.
I like the stacking towards A, at least the risk being taken, but have to see if it works for them. Yami, nice timing there as he peeks in with the Mag 7. Going in for more. He's going to be caught above the ladder, sadly. The CZ of NCL does some good damage, but not really able to find the finish, sadly. And with Magnum's having no assistance, that scout shot doesn't really lead to too much being done, unfortunately. Just doesn't have the time he needed, rather, to get a follow-up. So Sogu forced away. Would probably like to save a weapon if possible. I don't know if there's really any within reach, sadly. They're in the lobby itself, and as you can see already, they've got players in there for the afterplant. So he's probably just going to need another exit if he wants a chance. As I said, though, he's having a really rough game right now at 3-12. It does seem to be kind of the difference maker here on this map. NCL's not having a great showing either. Machine Gun, he is playing quite well, and he's helped out by Yami, who has also been pretty consistent throughout this series, but it feels like they need that extra little bit of push. Because over on the YK gaming side, you've got everyone contributing. It's a massive team effort right now.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true, and that becomes something that's difficult to, you know, continue relying upon, really. So you do worry ever so slightly that this could unravel quickly into the second half. I don't know. I don't know. Still feeling good for the competition, personally. We'll see them with a small threat. Yami back on the trusty Mag 7. Shotguns on this map, you know, they're pretty cool. Shotguns on Nuke. We've got a fast round coming in. He's not going to have a chance to do anything, though, is he? They just get mowed over. Freeman holding the backside. Oh, okay. Dodgy spray down, but it's all good. No one saw anything. Don't worry about it. 12-6 into that first rifle, and immediately Mongols are under pressure. Probably for the series here.
Yeah, it really is now or never. Zoking's going to hang on to a Mach 10, but overall this is a bonus round approach. He actually traded it with Marek, sorry, so he made me into a liar as soon as I said the words. But, might throw something a little bit quicker maybe at the Mongols here, knowing it's the first gun round. Hoping maybe to catch them off guard. We'll have to see exactly what the plan is. I think the Mach 10's going over Silo, so it's going to be a quick A-split. The flashes did catch Machine Gun. I thought he was going to get dropped on, to be honest, but I don't think that's the plan. Instead, full focus on the bomb site itself. Initial kills do go the way of the Mongols, and Well, they managed to keep it in that direction as well, with Machine Gun coming off with 2 before he falls, and NCL has pretty much just gifted that kill on Chester. Seemed to just kind of forget about the bomb site. I don't think they were aware that they hadn't cleared in behind the silo itself, unfortunately. But there we go. The Mongols managed to give themselves a 7th round, and well, we'll see if they can keep it up, because they haven't quite broken through the economy of YK yet.
The competition up though. Let's see whether they can get their CT side really, really going here. Another fast move. YK with some outside presence. Trying to get him fast. Marik's going to eat a nade early, so he's left on 50 HP. What is the move from here? I think they tried kind of, you know, spamming things away. A lot of early utility out from that T side. Going to go for the outside execute here. Also going to move off of it very slowly. 4 players going down. 1 on the lurk. We'll see how it goes. I think when it's this early on in the half, they're going to prep for a B hit. That's for sure.
Yeah, seems to be the case anyway. They've left a little bit of presence, obviously, up around the lobby there, I believe that is, with Freeman. So they haven't put all their eggs in the one basket. Actually all the way back up on the roof there, just watching to see if anyone pushes lobby. I like the idea. The problem is we're not really getting a response in that regard, because they've already got a player down on B. Sogo, good for the 1. Unfortunately, not going to have time to get a reload in there. The problem with the 20 bullets of the M4A1S is he was left exposed and traded. Machine Gun's going to be able to get 1 on Marik, and well, now it's a 4-on-3. Bomb at least going down, of course, but it's going to be a very difficult afterplant to actually convert into a round win. Oh. That's an issue for Magnums. He's going to be just pinched in. What a spin on the Zoking. Manages to somehow get away with 1 kill there, which is a little bit of a miracle, and that's what actually gives them a 2-on-1 here now. I'm not sure whether it's necessarily an advantage considering the health of Machine Gun. Freeman from above should have it. There you go. Nothing that can be done there, unfortunately. Just the way these rounds have been playing out all game.
I know, mate. Tell me about it. Like, what? That spin around from Magnums really gives them the chance into the round. You know, it was that too, but they just did not consider the walk through the smoke at all. He's definitely made that play a lot, hasn't he, Freeman? He knows that smoke. He knows that it ends at the perfect spot, and they just weren't really. They were like, oh, I'll spot him, but no, it was absolutely magic. Really, really could now, you know, decide the game, to be honest with you. We'll see. Machine Gun. Nice little angle above the smoke here. Do love it, but again, tough for him to find a way in. He's hoping to get his chance. He's going to be spotted, however, around it, trying to get out of there. So the 4 spy, by the way, Dean, off to a poor start. And this really, if this falls, I think it could be the game quite easily.
Yeah, it's looking to be, unfortunately, for the Mongols. They're dealing with these pistols. They're dealing with the 4 spy. It's going to be an eco then to maybe try and play for the overtime. I don't... Oh, not sure if he meant that. Was that a shot of frustration, or was it a spin and hit my keyboard?
Yeah, I think he might have slapped his keyboard a little bit. Whoopsie daisy.
A little bit of both. Slapped his keyboard out of frustration. Here you go. And now it's all on Yami. He's made his position known earlier on as well, so I wonder if they'll expect it. They're trying to spam it. A little bit off angle, unfortunately, from Freeman.
Yami. Mag 7 Prodigy. Dodging those bullets. Can he find a single kill with the Mag 7? He's really not giving us much. Okay, here we go. He's just gonna die. Yeah, okay. No real way to get in, I suppose, to be fair to him. He'll carry that Mag 7 through to the next round, where, again, they are probably going to eco and, you know, you got 8 in a row, right? Like, what do you do? I feel like this force spy has really screwed you over and just given you, like, no breathing room. They either force again, and it doesn't look great, and they, you know, and keep forcing. Yep, okay. Just gonna keep forcing until it works, I guess.
Well, it might not work, but we won't have to wait long to find out.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. I definitely feel like the force buy in the previous is a bit too weird for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's left them with no real chance to get themselves back into the game, so it's a bit of a doozy, but we'll see. I mean, they've got decent weaponry here, at least. It is not the worst of buys. There's a couple M4s. The Mag 7 and MP9 even pretty useful on a map like Nuke here, so I'm not counting them out, especially with an opening kill going their way. The problem is, Salmon somehow had crept past Machine Gun. He had absolutely zero idea. They were also making their way through Garage in the meantime, so he was pretty much screwed no matter what. 4-on-4, one of the M4s taken out of play as well. And a ton of time for YK to use this control that they've found.
Needed that. Joking. Gonna come in from above and actually loses that fight. But they've made it down, right? And this is where it gets tough. You've got limited utility, weird weaponry, only the one kit. Even, yes, in a 4-on-3, but I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident for this retake. Salmon looking for a cut-off play here as well. Should be able to find this kill. He does. And the rest of them now get information of where... Nice catch by Chester for 2. In fact, nearly 3. Sogo gonna have to go huge, and he can't. 15-7, 8 in a row required here for the Mongols. And again, the buy coming into it is not going to be great. This has slipped away from them massively.
Yeah, seems like it's pretty much all lost at this point. 8 rounds in a row, even on the CT side of Nuke. It's just too much to ask, really. And YK are making easy work of this T side so far. It's been just very convincing from them, to be honest. It seemed like they actually feel a bit more comfortable, perhaps, on the offense, at least in this matchup up against the Mongols, style-wise, than they did on defense. Decent kill by NCL. They just want to pinch lobby right now, it looks like. Unfortunately, the help wasn't really ready in towards the hook quite yet, and by the time it does peak, it's a shotgun, and it doesn't have the range that's needed. Nice kill by Machine Gun, though, to give back some hope in this 3-on-3. NCL, not quite ready for Salmon. No moment of calmness, really. It's constant chaos, and it's going to be YK who thrive in that chaos. Apparently, as Zoking gets the final kill, it is cleaned up, and it's a 16 map number 3. A one-sided third map. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, we said it was a possibility because we knew it's just a whole different style of map that we were coming into here, but I thought it'd be kept close. I thought we'd have a back and forth affair, especially once the first half kind of started going that way as well.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, the first half was pretty close, pretty competitive, pretty good showing on the T side, coming in from Mongols.